Okay, so tonight what we want to do is we're just kind of talking about what coaching is. And, we've all kind of, when we're thinking about doing it, we're nervous for some reason or another. So I'm going to put you in the hot seat now. And so tell me what interests you about coaching and what like makes you nervous about it.
So right now from like my actual job, I'm furloughed because pandemic. And it's been a little bit longer than what we thought was going to happen. And
Okay.
I was kind of getting into kind of a groove of, I guess not a groove of like, I didn't like what I was doing every day. The company, how they're kind of handling everything is not the best. So I've been looking like other jobs, other stuff like that. And then I actually already am a coach for a baton twirling group that my mom started. It's what I've done like my whole life. But now that I'm like 25, washed up, like retired, all that stuff, I coach now. So, and my master's degree was health and sports studies, and I did a whole thesis on like coaching behaviors and how it like affects athletes and all that fun stuff. So the coaching aspect of things and like teaching people based on like your experience, your studies, whatever, I like to do, and it's something that comes easy to me, I think, because I like it so much.
Yeah.
So kind of like being in like the sports medicine world, but also like the coaching aspect of it. This kind of thing, like when like Alyssa kind of introduced me to it and kind of like at
Mhm.
least like mentioned it to me, it seemed like something that, considering my current situation, I at least could look into it, because it is something I like to do. But yeah.
Okay, well, awesome. And I have my master's in clinical exercise physiology.
Yeah.
So yeah, so honestly, anytime I find somebody with already a degree in that field, obviously it's not required, but so many other people that
Yep.
have the similar interests. So it actually makes it nice because one, people already know like, what you're doing in that aspect. And then two, you have other people that maybe they're in the same um, where they're furloughed or they're just not having a job that pays really well because that's
Yeah.
also in that field something that is
Yeah.
quite common. So yeah, I mean, right there, and just saying that you're already like comfortable with coaching and interested in it, and it's kind of like why not, you know? So what do you currently do for workouts?
So right now, trying to think. Well, for a while it was at home because pandemic and everything was closed. But I do a lot of I guess it kind of depends on the day. When I was at home, I was getting really more into like the body weight exercises, kind of exploring like how to set up like full workouts for that kind of thing. Because in my one bedroom apartment, I don't have any equipment. So I got really kind of just like explored a little bit because with my degrees, I don't have a lot of strength and conditioning, like that type of experience, I guess. But I've always wanted to kind of like look into that. I've never really done like an internship with it. Just mostly like sports performance stuff. So now that there's gyms open, I've been kind of doing a lot more like weight training, that kind of thing. I like doing cardio. I have a dog, Chocolate Lab, so we're always walking or running.
Yeah.
Kind of everything, but kind of getting to try new stuff just because we have time to do that now. So
Yeah. Yeah, and like and two, I have a lot of coaches that they go to the gym because either like you, they don't have equipment or they just
yeah,
like need to get out of the house, which is like, totally fine. But
yeah,
they would just download so the Beachbody On Demand app, you can download workouts to it so that when you're at the gym, you don't need to stream it because
uh,
sometimes the Wi-Fi is
yeah,
spotty or whatever. But then they'll like listen to it on with their headphones and just kind of follow along. And if you need to look at your phone to see, okay,
yeah,
what does that exercise look like? And there's so many people, or they'll just set up their tablet, and do it that way. So totally doable for that. But yeah, I mean, I think it sounds perfect for you. Alyssa's typing in here. So she said, the great thing about this community is that the trainers educate you as you work through your programs. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love that they're so knowledgeable. They are, like I'm doing MBF right now, which is muscle burns fat. And I mean, I've personal trained, I've taught fitness classes for 10
yeah,
years. I've done it all. And like, she's like doing exercises that I've never seen before. So it's really
yeah.
cool, to have some of the experts really teaching you. And then Alyssa said, so you're constantly learning, trying new moves and finding out what it targets, why it's good for you. Yeah, absolutely. And then too, like, you know, you can also, with wanting to help other people, a lot of times we'll say every Wednesday, it's like, okay, you either share a recipe to give value, or share, you know, do a workout share. So basically you're just filming some of the clips of what you did for that workout, and then being like, hey, do 10 reps of this, just giving them kind of like a sample of what you're doing
Yeah.
anyway. Just kind of giving value, which is nice too, because it's like you don't have to think about it. It's like they literally just told you what to do, and then you record yourself do it, and then you're telling somebody else to do it, which is cool. So, I mean, honestly, it sounds like you need to just do it. What questions do you have about coaching?
I don't know if it's necessarily questions. Just, you know, how does it fit into like potentially like a full-time schedule? Do you know what I mean? When things kind of like hopefully get back to normal.
Yeah. So I'm going to let Brittany kind of talk to you about what coaching looks like, you know, to her, because she has twins, toddler twins, and works around her husband's schedule. So Brittany, how do you fit coaching in?
Yeah, I
And
was gonna like raise my hand and be like, I can talk about that. So I think it's kind of one of my blessings in disguise is that I have such a crazy schedule, so I can show that on Insta stories and say, if I can do it, then you can do it. So I have twins. I have 20-month-old twins. My husband's a firefighter, so his schedule's all over the place. I am a full-time assistant controller and senior accountant at a financial firm in Houston. And I am going back to school. I've got like 5 classes I'm taking so I can sit for my CPA. So with all that, I am coaching, and the way I get everything done is I'm a big advocate of planners and schedulers.
Yep.
And I use my phone and I give myself alarms and alerts. And something April taught me is that if you set a timer on your phone and you say, okay, for 15 minutes, I'm going to go in and I'm going to work my business, my coaching business, then that's a quick 15 minutes you can get a lot of stuff done in. I would say I get up early, or you can stay up late, however you want to fit it into your schedule. I get up early because the kids aren't up, my husband's not up, or he's already at work, and I can kind of get some stuff done. April and everybody always says you fit it into the cracks of your life. So really, wherever you get a little break, that's where you spend the time and that's how you build it. So like when I have lunch breaks, I'll do that. Like today I had a mentorship call with one of our diamond coaches, and I did it on my lunch break, and I did it right here for I'm actually at work right now because I stayed so I could take my online class for school. So I mean, like anything, if it's important to you, you're going to make it a priority, and you're going to make it happen for you, but you have to put in the work. But the great thing about coaching is that you can really document your life, and a lot of people will just fall into your basket like by themselves because you're real, you're raw, and you're just showing them like, I can do it, you can do it too. So it's actually really, really simple to put in like a really hectic schedule.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I literally think about all that you're doing, and like that it's 9:15 and you're still at work and you're like, let me just hop on this training call after a full day. You're amazing. And honestly too, who did you do a call with this on your lunch break?
Heather.
Oh, that's awesome. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another really great thing with our team is that when you sign up, so you sign up under Alyssa, her diamond upline is Michael, who is my coach. So you don't just get Alyssa as your mentor. You get Michael, you get me, you get the other, leaders on our team, because we are very much like a we mentality. It is a team. We are going to Lake Norman in North Carolina. So I'm in North Carolina. It's about an hour north of Charlotte. And so we're going there. We rented a big lake house. Where are you from?
Hermitage, Pennsylvania, but I live in Pittsburgh now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm from Washington, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. That's where my grandparents live right now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all my family is still up there.
Yeah.
And my sister, who's also a coach on our team, we have a good, decent sized Pittsburgh
Okay. Yeah.
group, because that's where I'm from. So yeah, we have a good sized people, and Pittsburgh has a really good Super Saturday, which is a corporate training that they do quarterly. Some of the top coaches are up there. So yeah, we'll be posting about that. But every time they do that, Pittsburgh has a really great one. But oh yeah, I went to SRU. But yeah, so oh, I don't remember what I started talking about. Anyone could be a coach. Let's just end with that. What were we talking about? My brain doesn't work after 9:00. I say that repeatedly and just keep scheduling calls for 9.
You were talking about how like our group is really helpful, and yeah.
Sorry, such a squirrel. So we are doing a diamond retreat, and then our big national conference was supposed to be in New Orleans in July, and it was obviously canceled because of pandemic. There's like 25,000 of us that get together every year. So yeah, that's probably frowned upon right now. So but we're all getting together, and it's so funny. It's like so many people will be there that I forget that I haven't actually met in person. Like Brittany, get to squeeze you. Alyssa, you're going too, right? I don't know what she's doing.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna be there.
Yay. Okay, I get to squeeze you too. And that's the thing. It's like you forget that you haven't met these people in real life because you talk to them all the time. You get Zooms with them, and then you're like, hey, and you're like, oh wait, I never met in person. And so it's always really cool. But yeah, that's the thing is like, there's no shortage of training, of mentorship. It's not like, oh, okay, you have to battle for it. I have some people that will come from like another network marketing company, and they're like, ooh, I don't know about running a group together. Because, I mean, who's going to take my clients? And we're like, no, we don't do that. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's a really great tribe. I think honestly, you have nothing to lose because 1, you're going to get great products. And 2, you're, if it ever is like not for you, you're still getting discount on the products that you're using. And if you do decide flat out it's not for you, it's like, okay, you fill out a form and you submit your cancellation, like no big deal. But I really tell people, like, I really want you to do it, have fun with it, focus on you and your results, and let your story, and like Brittany said, being real, being raw, being vulnerable, let your story speak for yourself, and like just letting other people know that like, hey, like if I can do it, you can do it. Exactly. If there's one thing I tell my team all the time, it's like, if I can do it, you can do it. I was voted most confused my senior year of high school. Yeah, that's what everyone thought of me. So again, if I can do this, anybody can. So, yeah. And another really cool thing right now is that we have awesome meal plans. Like you can't outwork a bad diet. I have never had a problem with fitness. Like I can work out every day, no problem. But I also have no problem finishing a bottle of wine or a box of pizza, so no shortage of abilities here. But until I really buckled down and found a meal plan that worked, that's when everything changed. So right now, both of our meal plans, one is the color-coded portion control containers. So you learn how much to eat, what to eat. There's a whole set of videos that comes with it too, which is really helpful. She teaches you how to meal plan, how to meal prep, to understand like ingredient labels. Like sometimes things are labeled healthy, but there's like a ton of hidden sugar or something like that. And then there's another meal plan that you also get. So both of them together are normally $240, but you get them both for free this month. It's just insane. So the other one is called To Be Mindset. And that is she gives you videos as well. She's a registered dietitian, and she herself has lost 100 pounds after battling with like being overweight, like her family sending her to fat camp, like a whole lot of like emotional issues. And by looking at your plate is how she teaches you how to eat. So, regardless, there's something for everybody, and it's for you right now, which is insane. So yeah, you get that, you get a year of workouts, you get access to the new program, which just launched MBF, which Do you love it? Do you
Um,
love it, Brittany?
I'm obsessed. MBFA is so like intense. I'm like, I thought I was in shape. Crap.
Yeah, but like in a good way. Like it
Yeah.
makes you feel like you're like, okay,
You're
I
getting
get it. I
pushed,
earned the shower.
right? And you don't think like at home workouts will push you, but they freaking push you. Like you would be surprised how much that person on the TV pushes you.
This is me like today. I was like trying to keep like, okay, I'm done. Like my hand was shaking. So yeah, so you get all of that right now for $160, which is like stupid. That's a Target trip.
Yeah,
And you
really.
start a business. You had to start your business for less than $200. I will tell you too, one of like the game changer for me is also, I call it my unicorn juice energized. I would probably do the if financially able, the package that has that. It's a plant-based pre-workout, it's natural, and the post-workout recovery. So like when you're doing this, it's not like, okay, I'm supposed to push play today, but it hurts to sit to pee, so I can't do it. It helps you with muscle soreness, which is such a big thing. Cause like I have a lot of clients, if they don't get that in the beginning, they're like, okay, I don't know if I can keep going. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
So, what is that package? 200?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just
Hey,
hey.
I'm here.
Mhm.
It's 219, I think, for that package.
That's right. Okay. I was thinking of the completion pack. So yeah, so you can either do it for 160 or 219. I say do it. We will all be here to support you. And then we do a team training. So everything is on a website. You get you do a password, a login. That's where our training is. And then we do a weekly call. And then we do our company does a corporate call. Actually, one of the coaches on our team just hosted that for our entire national, like there's like 400,000 coaches, and she was one of them selected to do it. So that was super awesome. And then you can like go on YouTube and never come out and have no shortage of trainings and things like that. So you are well supported. It's a great community. Yeah. Any questions?
Not yet. I mean, it all sounds like, like something that, like you said, like there's really no reason not to. Do you know what I mean? And like worst comes to worst, like doesn't work out or it's not your thing. But yeah, it's definitely something that I need to know the information, because it does sound like something that, one, I'd like to do, and two, I'd probably be decent at, because I like doing this kind of stuff. But
yeah, you're gonna rock at it. I just know it. So yeah, so and then just briefly to go over like how we earn. You pay. Are you military by chance?
no.
Okay. All right. So anybody if they are active military, an active military spouse, a veteran or a veteran spouse, they don't have to pay the monthly fee, but it's $15. It's like $15.95. So that pays for it. This is also my favorite part. So I could never run a business. Nope, I couldn't do it. The $15.95 covers your websites, your invoices, your customer service, they take care of shipping. You know how some companies like Mary Kay or something like that, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, let me, I get it to me and then I ship it to you. Or like, LuLaRoe, like I have to buy all the inventory and then mail it out. Like you don't have to have a quota. You don't have to have inventory. Like you just buy your own product and then they purchase it. And if they have an issue with anything, they go to customer service, not you. So that's what and then they keep track of everything. So for tax purposes and everything, you can print out an Excel spreadsheet, like so nice. So there's that. And then you have 25% discount on everything you purchase too, which is nice. So like normally Shakeology is $130, which is $4 a meal. We get it for $97, which is about $3 a meal. And then how you make money, we make 25 to 40% commission on everything we sell. And then on top of that, like, so say you get somebody started with the same package we're talking to you about, then the following month, they're going to continue to order their Shakeology. And then that's okay, $32 right there in commission. And when you start getting more and more people that are doing that subscription, it all adds up. And then, their Beachbody on Demand renewed, or they ordered their Energize. I send all of my challengers Energize, and then it's like crack. And then they're like, okay, well, I need this now too. So, and then there's ways to make bonuses. So if you sign like 5 coaches in 5 weeks, you get $100 bonus. Like, okay, done. You get paid off of too once you start building your team, which is really exciting. You get paid a cycle bonus there. And I don't want to like go into super detail, but basically the more that you grow your team and the more that you teach your team to duplicate and just get results and help other people get results, the more money that you are going to make. And so me personally right now, like 85% of my income, I've been coaching for 7 years. And like 85% of my income comes solely off of what my team and their teams are doing, which is really nice. So yeah, so just look at it like in longevity. It actually just made a post today that I paid off my student loans in full today. And it was just like so cool. I mean, I came out of school with like $65,000 in loans. So just to be like, yeah, just to be like $0 is so incredible. I mean, it's so cool that you have that degree and that, you're going to have connections with people, but you don't need a degree for this because the professionals make the workouts, the professionals make the meal plan. And you're just like, hey girl, you want to be my accountability buddy? Okay, here's the link. Let's do it together. And that's what we teach our coaches to do is like, just look for accountability buddies. You're not trying to sell somebody. You're just like the same thing as like, Taylor Swift is coming. We're going to this concert. Who's coming with me? Like, or you went to an awesome restaurant. The vibe was great. The food was great. Like everything was awesome. And you're gonna like, you wouldn't be like afraid to tell a girlfriend like, girl, you got to come with me because yes, she knows she's going to pay for her dinner, but she's not offended that you've invited her, So I like thinking about it that way too. But yeah, accountability buddies, we do like check-ins in our groups, our virtual boot camps that we do. So yeah, it's just a bunch of fun. And the more that you are passionate about it and excited about it, the more that people are just going to want to be like, okay, like, what are you doing? I want to be a part of this. And without fail, like, so they're going to put in their stories and stuff when we go to the summit at the lake, and people are going to be like, okay, you get to do this for your coaching gig. Like, how do I travel? How do I get to be?
That was one of the reasons why you like got me on coaching. I was like, I want to go on a trip.
Where was I at?
Oh God, it was last year's.
Oh, the Diamond Retreat to Utah?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I've been talking to Brittany for how many years did I talk to you?
Oh my God. She talked to me for like 4, I think. And I'm like, no, I like my job. I don't need extra money. I wanted to just say this also. I didn't mean to interrupt you, April, but like
I could talk forever. Please interrupt me.
I have a lot of people that ask me like, why are you doing it? Because you have a corporate job, you like what you do, you and your husband are financially like fine and stable, so why do you do it? Because I think a lot of people automatically think, oh, this is for somebody who doesn't want to have a corporate job, or they're a stay-at-home mom and they don't want to go the traditional route of a job. But I like telling people it makes me happy to do this. It just I feel like a better person because I do it. I help people. It sounds so like, cliche. I really do enjoy helping people and them finding their finding their light again. And one of the big things I've been able to kind of like go off of is that I have a lot of friends that had kids when I did. And so they saw me losing weight. And especially since I had twins, they're like, well, damn girl, how do you look good? And you had 2 babies at once. And I'm like, let me tell you about it. And there's a girl that is a challenger of mine. And I used to think like, oh, she's a mean girl. We're never going to be friends. We're just acquaintances. And now her and I talk every day, and I build her up, and she tells me like, thank you so much. You're such an inspiration. You motivate me so much. And that makes me feel so good as a person. And that's why I really like coaching. So there are lots of different reasons why a lot of different people do it. So you're going to get so much more out of just making money out of it.
Okay. Tap me in. It's my turn. I do feel like we often say such similar things as coaches, but it's because it really does like impact us all in very similar ways. Like there's just something about saying, okay, I'm going to dedicate myself to this fitness program. I'm going to dedicate myself to this nutrition plan, and I'm going to do it alongside other women that are trying to do the same. And like, if I'm having a day where I slip and I eat more pizza than I should have, like, they're going to have my back and they're going to say like, it's okay. Maybe you deserved it today, but you're going to get back on track tomorrow. And like, just doing that journey alongside others and knowing, especially when, because it's going to happen, you sign up as a coach, like you have to show up. People are watching you. Some people, unfortunately, are expecting you to fail. Like they're expecting you to get burnt out and not like it anymore and stop doing it, stop showing up. And then there's going to be other people that are looking to you to see like, wow, like this must really be working. This must be really be doing something for her because she keeps doing it. And like all of those reasons are just little fuels to your fire, you know, that like, I love what I'm doing. It's making me feel better. It's going to help other people feel better. And that's going to make me feel even better. It just, there's just something about it. And I think sometimes it gets like a bad rap because for a while. I mean, people see other people doing it, but there's a reason that like so many people do it. Is it works. Like it does have an impact, you know? And I really do. Like, I feel like I know April. I don't at all, you know? And like, if I really needed something, I could easily go to her with a question, a concern, whether it was like coaching related or not. And it's just because when you say, yeah, I'm going to coach, you're saying like, and women, I respect them, I look up to them. Like we all have something to offer and we're all working to really just help other people. And like, what better community could you join, you know? So I'm just ready for you to do it.
I love it. This was like your own little like personal powwow, like meet the coach. So, well, yeah, thank you so much. And so is it Brianna or Brianna?
Brianna, that's fine.
No, that's fine. Just tell me what you want me to call you. So yeah, but I don't want to, you know, take up too much of your time, but is there anything else that, you know, you needed to talk, ask, or anything? Or are you feeling good?
I mean, that like kind of covers everything.
No, I can't wait for this recording. It's gonna be great.
But it was good to kind of hear like different like aspects of it and like how like you each kind of like see it and like why you do it and that kind of thing. Because that is how I feel when like I work with my students and even with like the jobs that I've had like since I graduated 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, that's weird. I don't feel 25, but here we are.
I won't tell you all of that.
It goes by faster.
But it's definitely, like I said, with this, you know, longer than expected furlough, I've had a lot of time to kind of figure out, you know, what I do like, and not kind of settling for things that I don't enjoy doing or don't make me happy every day. Because I like my major, I like what I do all the time up until probably this last year with this job. And I still like this field and like kind of like pushing people, and I'm going through like health issues of my own, which like kind of require me to like figure myself out and like kind of like you said, like be an example. So I think it's definitely something that I need to look into for sure, because it might be something that I need just as much as, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're going through stuff too, this is the last thing I'll say and I'll let you go. When you're going through things, it's just like almost therapeutic to be able to talk about it, because guaranteed if you put that out there and you're real and you're vulnerable, there is somebody else that needed to hear that message, that one, they aren't alone. Because I always teach my coaches, like when you are talking about something you're struggling with, so I'll use myself. I talk about anxiety a lot because I have a lot of anxiety. So when I'm talking about it, I'm not just like venting like, this sucked today and this sucked today. You know, I'm talking about it and how I struggle. And then I'm like giving people a reminder, like, and then I turn it into some type of positive message. And it was just as much that I needed it, that day. But I put it out there, and people are like, I needed that today. Thank you. And I'll get messages in my inbox for it and stuff like that. So, with your health stuff, we've got some people that are going through endometriosis. I can't even say that word, PCOS, like, all of that stuff. there's so many different things, and people just talk their way through it. And honestly, then you start getting this tribe of people that like attracts like. So I have a couple girls that have PCOS, and like they just like most of their team is like PCOS warriors, so it's really interesting to see how that works. But the best thing that you can do is talk about your story, because you're going to inspire people, and it's like I said, it's kind of like therapeutic, to work your way through it. So yeah, we're super excited. I'm going to stop the recording.